Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I've been waiting an extremely long time for this and I am very excited for today's video. As you've already seen in the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be pro-charging my S550 Mustang GT. And this is the first time that I'm taking on a project of this size, so it's very possible that this might end up being two videos, but we'll have to, just move forward and figure that out. Before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about the car just so you can see what we're working with. If you're already familiar with Mustangs or you just want to get to the install, feel free to skip ahead a little bit. I don't blame you. For everyone else, behind me is my 2018 Mustang GT Premium with a performance package. If you're not familiar with Mustangs or what those things mean, let me fill you in. The items that are included with a premium GT car are the 6-way power leather seats with heating and cooling, dual zone automatic climate control, 8-inch touchscreen Sync 3 infotainment system with 9 speakers, oil pressure and vacuum gauges, LED fog lights, aluminum foot pedals, ambient lighting, and universal garage door opener. Moving on to the performance package, we have the Brembo 6-piston front brake calipers, 3.73 limited slip rear axle, ebony black wheels with 19x9s in the front and 19x9.5s in the rear. Those wheels come with two 55/40/19s in the front and two 75/40/19s in the rear, and those are summer-only Michelin tires. And last but not least, we also get a larger radiator. This vehicle also has a rear wing delete, which I am extremely happy about because I feel like Ford didn't give us very good options for the S550 Mustang. So I've owned the car since it was brand new in 2018, and the only thing I've done to it up until this point is a resonator delete and Roush axle back mufflers. Oh, and I guess I did get a spare tire for the back to replace the crappy air pump that they give you with the performance package cars. This car has been great over the last few years, but I'm ready for a little bit more horsepower. That's where the Stage 2 ProCharger Kit comes in. So let's take a look and see what they sent us. First up, we have the P1X Supercharger, which is an upgrade over the P1SC. We have the open race valve, which some people also refer to as the big red race valve, a beefy Stage 2 intercooler, a programmer, a coolant reservoir, all of the hardware that we need to install everything, and they also tossed in a pretty cool ProCharger shirt. So with everything that they gave us in this Stage 2 kit, and the tune that they're going to provide to us after we get everything installed, we should be able to make close to 700 horsepower to the wheels on 8.5 pounds of boost on pump gas. That's of course assuming that the estimates on the ProCharger site are correct. So now that you know everything about the car and the ProCharger kit, it is nighttime, as you can probably tell. I'm gonna go get some sleep and then we're going to tackle this install in the morning. So we'll see you then. Good morning everyone and welcome back. Before I started rolling this morning, I pulled the stock tune off of the car and sent that over to ProCharger. So they should be looking at that and getting us a tune set up for the supercharger. And once we get it installed, we can go ahead and load that tune. Right now there's a bunch of stuff to remove, like the air box, a bunch of other plastic bits, some of the cooling items. So let's go ahead and get started on that and then we'll check in a little bit later. All right, so at this point, everything has been taken off the car that needs to be. We're gonna put the crank pulley on, and then after that, we can work on the ProCharger bracket and the head unit. I'm really excited to get to this point, so let's go ahead and get started. Now that the blower is installed, we have to install the intercooler, tubing, a few miscellaneous things, and we'll be ready to go. This thing is coming together beautifully so far, and I am very excited to keep going. everybody. Well, this is the moment we've been waiting for, so let's go ahead and start the car. I'm so stoked with how this turned out. The car is just awesome. The only thing I'm fighting with right now is the FPDM plug under the rear seat. It seemed like it was just doing some weird stuff, like I was getting some fuel codes. Um, but after, starting it and turning it off a bunch of times, seems like that might be cleared up now. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it and see how that goes. Unfortunately, I have to wait for all the snow and the salt to get off the roads before I actually, get this thing out there and give it a shot. But I hope that you'll stick around to check that out. So if you want to see more on this car, especially the first rip, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit me up in the comments if you have any questions about like the project or the car itself. And make sure to like the video if you thought it was interesting. Other than that, I just want to shout out my buddy Josh, who helped me get this project started, brought over a bunch of tools, helped me out a ton. Greatly appreciated, dude. And with that, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.